drove 640 miles round trip to pull this Peterbilt 359 out of a hedgerow. I drug it home. I got it running. This truck has not been registered for the road in 25 years, and in this video, I'm putting it back on the road. This is the second video in a series on restoring my 1981 Peterbilt 359. I think 6 of the 8 rear tires are flat or off the rim. Dude, what kind of chemical dependency is this? Why is the rainwater black? Wow, what a difference a little water makes. We're halfway there. God, this thing looks good. Is your power generating station in a puddle of water a concern to anybody? No? Perfect. A couple hours later, this thing's had time to dry. So I am going to kind of keep the patina the way it is. I really like this paint scheme. Under clear coat, it's really gonna shine. Kind of looks like an old 90s windbreaker, as one of my buddies said. This thing, I think I'm gonna get rid of unless somebody says that I absolutely have to have it. I was looking at Google, it's a lube refiner. It's like a secondary filter. I guess one thing I want to point out is this is a 400 Cummins. So this is a 400 horsepower engine. Oh, I like that spotlight thing up there. I'm really excited to get this thing rolling back down the road in its former glory. In going through some of this after cleaning, the wiring and the hoses under this hood are totally unacceptable. There's stuff cut, disconnected, there's zip ties everywhere, there's stuff that just ends miraculously. I just don't find that that's acceptable. I'm gonna take some time, go through here, reorganize some wiring, figure out where stuff goes. My HR department is displeased with my incessant use of starting fluid and fire to reset tire beads. So to appease them, I just went out and bought a cannon. Let's get this rear end jacked up. Safety's practically my middle name. See how this whole have to work. There. I don't know why everybody's so worried about that. I don't love sitting here though. Yeah. Small fire. Well, it happened and I didn't get it on camera. That tire just blew up. And that was loud. I thought my compressor exploded. That was a way older looking tire though. That tire's blown out too. I put like 40 or 50 PSI and you just keep them coming off the rim. Alright, that worked. Ow. Fell off. Thank you. You think this bag's gonna blow out immediately? 4 bags coming up. How do I figure out what the bags are? In order to access those, I really need to take this fifth wheel plate off. I'm kind of planning on doing that anyway. Yesterday I came down and pulled the one airbag out so I could get a part number off it. Forgot the camera. This mounting surface is kind of nasty, so I want to clean that up. Gotta have that. And that one is junk. So that is a fine thread bolt that requires a fine thread nut that I don't have because these engineers are incessantly reinventing the wheels on the bus. This old one takes a bolt. It's probably a standard thread bolt. This is the old bolt, just a standard, probably 1/2 inch bolt. Just have to do that 1, 2, 3 more times. As long as some of it goes in there. As long as some of it goes in there. You know, if I mentioned the last video, this radiator leaks. We'll let this thing go there and see if those bags will crumble. Running very smoothly. And it's falling right back down. There's a massive air leak somewhere back here. I'm gonna go with this right here. This is also completely rotted through. A hole in the air tank. That may have actually been where the air leak was coming from. This old line may have been discarded but we're definitely losing air there, and we're not gonna be able to overcome that. So this tank needs to be replaced. We gotta have 2 air tanks. You guys often ask why I get so excited about these old pieces of equipment. And the reason is because I like to be frugal. It's very important to me to know how much I'm spending and how much I'm saving. And one of the tools I found to be invaluable for that is Current. Current focuses on providing digital banking services primarily through its mobile app. It's designed for modern users and small, instead of having to trudge downtown to a traditional brick and mortar bank. That's a good feeling putting plates on. With qualifying direct deposit program, you can get paid up to 2 days early. For me, that means when I flip something or finish a project, I got cash ready to go for the next one. No more waiting around. It's not a line of credit. There's no mandatory credit check. And worst of all, there's no hidden fees. You can get a 4% bonus on savings as well. And there's none of the overdraft nonsense or those lovely hidden surprises that come with traditional banking. It's the modern improvement the banking industry has needed for a while now to provide solutions for the way things actually work. And I'm here for it. So here's what you must do. Click the link in the description. It's going to take you to current.com/projects. Download the app and set up direct deposit, which gives you a chance to earn $50 right there. It's the way to go if you want a better way to managing your finances online. Thanks, Current, for helping us manage our money. I'm about 95% sure this clutch is stuck. Like, I should be able to kind of put it in something. If I put it up there and yeah. See, we're rolling, which means this clutch is stuck. So one of the ways you can free these up is you can go down and spray with lube. You can push the clutch in, and then hopefully over time, the pressure of the clutch being pushed in will just let those plates pop apart. I would guess that a mouse got in there and started living, and the mouse urine just set those plates up. I've freed a couple of them up before. I mean, I guess worst case, the clutch is bad and has to be replaced. I don't suspect that's the case. And if we crawl under here, you can see remnants of mouse houses. Let's pop this off. Oh, there's just all kinds of nasty in there, and moisture gets in there and seizes the clutch plates. I'm going to push that clutch pedal down and hold it, force it to stay open, and then I'm just going to soak this in here with like a PB blaster. Spray. Probably turn the engine over and do this a few times. Hopefully it just magically fixes itself. Okay, the clutch pedal is depressed with that ratchet strap right now. And just see if that clutch frees up. Doesn't feel like it's rolling the truck anymore. Let's try something. It may have popped already. So the safest way for me to test this is to start the truck in neutral and then put the clutch in and try to put this in gear. Because before it wouldn't even go into gear. So before it would just grind. This is what it would sound like before. But now it's going in. Cool. Where's low? Oh yeah. Nice. Try on reverse. Oh yeah. That's nice. Cool. That's good. I'm glad that was a simple fix. Use this throw out bearing again. Probably hasn't been greased in a long time. This guy goes back on. There's just so much room to work down here. It makes it a lot of fun. You know? That seems really wedged in there. This bag is pinched between the suspension arm and the frame. That bag won't go in because it's too narrow. I gotta jack this back end up again. Kind of messed up and wrinkled my new bags. So as soon as I get these all in, I'm gonna air the system up somehow and get those not wrinkled. Just got back from the parts store. That's the fun part about this. I can't see. All right, both bags installed. I'm getting out of this hole. So I was trying to get air into this system, and this guy just broke off, so I have to replace that. But in the meantime, I can at least air up these bags and see that this is all working. I got this rigged up to accept air. So now, set up in a different location. I don't actually understand how any of these lines work or this air system or where any of it comes from or goes to. I think the next best thing, so I can see inside this whole frame rail without going underneath the truck, is to pull this thing off. All right, so I'm looking at all this. All these old hydraulic made lines are cracked. I did push air through here. It's pushing real slowly. It's possible that there's a clamp somewhere that's been rusted and it's collapsed that line. So I think to do this right, I need to pull all these lines off and just go get new hoses made. Back from the wallet draining store. It's cost me so much money I had to leave them the wallet. That's where this thing comes in. As this goes up, it would shut air off. Hopefully these lines come off nicely. It's not exactly the same tank, but I had this and it'll totally work. There you go. What do you think about that? What do you think? Check out the bags. Check out the sleeper. Max, do the truck. Look at that. What do you guys think? Nice top sleeper. Guys. What do you think, buddy? Sit. Stay. Stay. Alright, you guys ready to go play? Go, Max. Come on. Come on, Max. Bingo, get back. Got it. Why not that take me? This tank is prepped and ready to go in. It's nice to have it off, and a bunch of this is rusted pretty bad, but I don't think it's damaged or broken anywhere. Back from the wallet draining store in Napa, but they were closed, or they had just closed, and they made me these hoses anyway, so thank you. To say that this is inconveniently located to replace is an understatement. Give that a few hours to think about what it's done. Thanks, Tina. Hey, buddy, what you doing? What you doing, buddy? He prefers hanging out in bed compared to sitting around in a wet room. Yeah, but he's different. Well, I watched a YouTube video and I got some answers. I also made this worse. So, this is a plate that goes over the treadle valve, and this is what sees. You can take this plate off and free up this guy. But in order to do that, you gotta get this pin out because you can't access anything. Oh, great, it broke. The whole stinking thing. This is what's stuck right here. To get that out of there, there's whatever, 6 or 8 hoses, and it is almost inaccessible. It would be a huge pain in the rear. The best way to do that is to take out this front section of floor and change that. That's kind of how in depth that is. But this still works just fine. So if I could extract those bolts carefully, as I've said before, sometimes you are far better going in for the night and coming back out with fresh eyes to solve that problem. I'm throwing the rest of these in some vinegar to try to clean them up. What do you guys do? parts are here. Let's put this in. This is not going to be a fun job. So this is going to be scratchy because that valve is right there. I can't see it. And that's the space you got to work with. That job sucks. It's installed. If anything is not right, I'm selling the truck. Okay. I never want to do that job ever again. Okay. It's working nice. I'm going to put this original Peterbilt pedal back on. I just have the pedal soaking in vinegar at the moment. Try to free up some of that rust. Get it, buddy. Get it. Get the leaves, buddy. Come here. That's one way. All right. Drill a hole in the tire. Check this out. Just hit this button. I love these hole saws. I got all my lines situated, organized, pasteurized, baptized, homogenized. I had this 13-speed shift knob here at the shop, so I'm just using it's just a regular one. I would like to go through and redo this interior really nice, but that ain't happening today. And I gotta have a shift knob to drive it. 5 of them was like $55, which seems excessive. What are you doing up there, big fella? What are you guys doing? I should probably put a locking nut on that. I have no idea what I'm doing. When it shifts into reverse, I can hit low, not hitting the dash almost. I actually kind of prefer this old shift knob, but it requires a splitter, and I like everything included in one knob. I don't like this, and then you have like a splitter on the side. Once again, the incompetence of the United States Postal Service has left me waiting on tools or parts. I guess there's a special tool you need to take those inners out. What? Great. Yeah, I really need that tool. That's awesome. I can't even get this wheel off. As most of you guys are probably know from the last couple videos, I partnered with 4 State Trucks on a bunch of new super shiny awesome parts for the Peterbilt restoration as well as the Kenworth restoration project. They sent out a couple of things that I would deem critically important to driving: headlights and a visor. You can't really drive a truck without either one of those things. So I'm going to throw these brand new headlights on. I have a discount code with 4 State Trucks, which I hope you all are taking full advantage of. That's Project 10. You can get 10% off your entire order, and I'll put all their information down below. Wow. Look how nice they look. You can use these on either side, which is kind of a great idea. Oh no! What do you guys think? Should we keep these on or get rid of them? I'm not a fan of them, but I am a fan of those brand new headlights. Good Lord, that looks good. Don't forget to check out 4 State Trucks, guys. Look at that rig. Was it heavy? What? Why is there sawdust all over it? I thought I had one off the rim that was 24.5, but this is a 22.5. So I gotta take that tire off, put on this tire and that tire, and check to work. Oh well. That's how it's supposed to happen. take air. Yep. Is it? Well, I didn't get to use my air cannon. It's driving! I'm just on my own lane. Like, this is awesome. I'm pretty sure I'm stuck at high. I think I got these messed up, but I'll fix that. So I took this old heifer out last night for a spin up and down my lane, and the switch is obviously low range. When I go up here, it exhausts air, which is not good. And this does nothing. So unfortunately, I need to pop the floor back out and make sure, or double check my air lines. The other thing I did off camera was this fan is activated by air, so there's a line that goes there to an air clutch. I added a line that gets tied into the truck air system. I don't think the clutch is working with the current setup. There's probably a wire missing somewhere. I can almost guarantee there is. And I feel like the truck was getting a little warm last night, so I set up the air so that fan will always be clutched. Freaking love that. I love that grumpy old man look. Let's go drive this thing. Not a fan. If you guys are looking for shiny parts, you can go to 4 State Trucks. Use my code, Project 10. You get 10% off your whole order. Go now.